right, does everybody have all their discovery?
I believe so, Judge. We did file two motions that you called us back on last setting. I was sick. I'm still
Okay.
sick, which is why I'm not standing before you coughing in your face. But I'm well enough to participate today. Those were e-filed and have been accepted by the clerks as of this morning. I do have his financial documents that I did not e-file as an exhibit that I can send to
Okay,
you.
what are those motions?
Motion to appoint an expert to do a mental health evaluation, and then a motion to appoint an investigator. He does not make much money. His mom is the one who hired me. And
Just
then,
1 second, could I have those motions? Just give us a moment.
no problem. Thanks, Judge. In the meantime, Judge, since I did not e-file his pay stubs, would you like me to email those to you so you can take a look at them?
If you could email those to Ms. Ferguson.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go on the record in 2023 CR 2669 State of Texas versus Caleb Crum. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Travis Banks for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Colin Hobbs for Mr. Crum, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Crum?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, defense has filed two motions. One motion is a motion to appoint an investigator. The other is a motion to appoint a mental health expert. Defense, you're retained?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry. I was sending those emails to Norma, but they've been sent, so I'll be on this.
All right. So, as you know, counsel, you have to present information for the reason why the court should appoint an investigator and appoint a mental health expert for your client since you are retained. So you may proceed. You're muted.
Sorry, I'm out of Zoom practice at this point. At this time, I'll call Caleb Crum.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Caleb Crum.
All right. Defense?
Caleb, in this case, did you originally hire me or did a family member hire me?
My mother.
Okay. And since the time where your mother hired me, has she had a change in employment?
Yes, sir.
What, financially speaking, what did that change of employment do for her finances?
It lowered her income monthly.
Do you know by how much?
A lot.
Okay.
Maybe like a couple thousand.
Okay. And your financial situation, where do you work?
The wash tub.
Okay. Approximately how many hours do you work per week?
Less than 35.
Okay. At the end of the month, how much do you have left over for discretionary spending each month?
Maybe at most $100.
Okay. And you do have a savings account that has about 700 in it right now, correct?
Yes, sir.
But that money is already earmarked for bills. That's not a savings account for an emergency or anything like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have people that you take care of?
I have my daughter and my wife as well. We team up to help my daughter.
Okay. Do you have any assets that you could sell to try and help finance hiring of an expert, hiring an investigator?
No, sir.
If this court were to require you to pay for an expert, an investigator, would you be able to do so?
Probably not. Not without help.
And then, is your mom the only person who can usually help you?
Yes, sir.
And she's not in a current position to do so with what she's making?
No, sir.
Okay. The pay stubs that are working their way to the judge right now, you provided those to me?
Yes, sir. And I have, I think, another one too. I have not sent you yet.
Okay, we can get those to the judge if she needs it. Are those pay stubs representative of, and Mr. Banks did take a look at these last time, Your Honor. We just weren't able to move forward.
Any objections to court reviewing that?
No objection.
Thank you.
And are these representative of approximately what you make on each paycheck, Caleb?
Roughly.
Thank you. Do you have anybody else aside from your mom who you could ask for help at this time?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then regarding your mental health, can you tell us a little bit about some of your mental health struggles growing up and what you struggle with now even?
I have been diagnosed with autism, ADHD, depression, and for the most part, I think that's all.
Is there any bipolar in there or am I?
I think that got ruled out.
Okay.
But 100% sure.
When officers arrested you, your family went into detail with the officers about your mental health struggles as well, correct?
I think I was the only one.
Okay. But when you were talking to the officers, you explained to them that sometimes your brain just reacts differently than people.
Yes, sir.
And does it take extra work for you to try and make the correct decision and understand things compared to what others deal with on a day-to-day basis?
Yes, sir.
Judge, this time it's going to be, I'll pass the witness. I had one other witness, but she was unable to be here today, unfortunately. It was his mom.
If I can, my mom was asking for the Zoom meeting.
Is she going to be able to log in if it's after 11?
I think I just received a text from her just a second ago, but I didn't want to pull out my phone.
All right,
Okay.
any other questions for this witness?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right. For the record, the court has reviewed the defendant's pay stubs from the wash tub. Does anybody want these submitted as exhibits?
No, Your Honor. Just your review is fine. I trust you.
All right, so I reviewed them, and one of the reason why I asked that question is because on the pay stub, it has a social security number, and if we were to admit it, that probably needs to be redacted.
One of the reasons why I preferred to email it to you as opposed to screen share.
And if you could give those to the defendant, please. All right, with regards to the defendant's motion for appointment of mental health expert, and also defendant's motion to appoint an investigator based upon the evidence that's been submitted to the court with regards to the defendant's ability to pay, the court is going to grant those motions. The court is going to find that the defendant is unable to afford a mental health expert or an investigator. And as both parties are aware, my job is to make sure that everybody has a fair trial. And based upon the questions that were asked by the defense counsel and the response, these are necessary experts that the defense may need in order to properly try this case if it comes to that point. So with regards to discovery, do you have all the discovery, Mr. Hobbs?
I believe so, Judge.
All right, State, did you make a offer?
I think has been made, yes, and defense has made a counter, and we're currently at an impasse.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, how long do you all expect this jury trial to last?
Oh, sorry, about 3 days. Yeah.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you set this for a jury trial date? Mr. Hobbs, it'll probably be in the new year.
That'd be fine, Judge. And as far as the evaluation goes, I suspect that we're going to be using just the normal ones that Bear County uses. Do we know the turnaround to have them talk to him and provide a report for those things?
I'll have Ms. Ferguson forward it to Judge Carruthers, but what you'll need to do is you'll need to contact Judge Carruthers as well because your client is on bond. They'll need his contact information so they can set up an appointment.
Absolutely. In the new year's fine. And, I can't promise that if those reports aren't ready, I won't come with a motion for continuance.
Oh, those reports will be ready. Okay. So your jury trial date and plea deadline date is going to be January 16th. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Your
And
Honor.
have a happy birthday too.
Oh,
absolutely.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Caleb. I meant to say it too, Judge. I'm sorry. Have a great day.
That's okay. All right, you too.
Happy birthday!